So Donald Trump is continuing to make a reputation as somebody with a big and uncontrolled mouth with his threats to destroy Iranian small boats that have been involved in some confrontations with big U.S. military ships in the Persian Gulf. So how are we supposed to interpret this? Well, Trump says he wants to end the forever wars. He recently talked about how stupid U.S. wars on the Middle East have been since 9/11, and he's, of course, right about that. But he's been dragged into a war situation by essentially his neoconservative team. He's representing the war party. He doesn't seem to realize it. He's not the brightest bulb in the pack. And so Trump right now is presiding over what amounts to a kind of low-grade simmering World War III on several fronts, not just Iran, of course, where the murder of General Qasem Soleimani was very much the equivalent of the murder of Archduke Ferdinand, but also in China, because he is the tool of the anti-China war party in the United States. The same people that sent anthrax to U.S. Congress in 2001 sent coronavirus to China, to Iran, and to the entire world as part of an attempt to stop the rise of China by destroying the interconnected globalized economy that is the engine of China's rise. And also, as Whitney Webb points out in a recent article on techno-tyranny, she points out that recently a national security agency put out a document pointing out that the only way the U.S. will have a chance to prevail over China in the coming fourth industrial revolution is if the U.S. somehow turns itself into an Orwellian dystopia like China by going all out for artificial intelligence, big data, fifth-generation telecommunications marketing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, robotics, and the Internet of Things. All of these areas, China has a huge advantage because of its controlled society, and the only way the U.S. could possibly hope to compete with China is by having a huge crisis, a pandemic, in which suddenly the government is allowed to intrude on the lives of ordinary Americans in the way China's government does. So the COVID-19 crisis was manufactured in a U.S. biological warfare laboratory as part of World War III, which is ongoing. Currently, the U.S. is now clashing with China in the South China Sea. The Chinese have arrested U.S. agents in Hong Kong, and the world is supposed to look the other way and not even notice what's going on. I guess World War III will not be televised.